Instead of becoming a respected great nation, it risks becoming a more isolated pariah. Leaders across Europe and the world have taken a stand. They've sent a strong message that the first use of a nerve agent in Europe since the Second World War, and supporting and protecting the Syrian regime's horrific use of chemical weapons to kill and maim civilians, is simply not acceptable. But also, the Russian government's invasion of Crimea, the taking of territory from another sovereign European country by force, cannot be acceptable. Seeking to interfere with legitimate democratic elections in the US and in France is not acceptable. Attempting to mount a coup against the elected government of Montenegro is not acceptable, and neither is unleashing cyber attacks of the sort that you've already heard about this morning against our countries and institutions, including the attacks that you've heard about against German institutions like the Bundestag here in Berlin. Age-old attempts at covert influence and propaganda have been supercharged in online disinformation, which can be churned out at massive scale and pace and little cost. The aim is to sow doubt by flat denials of the truth, to dilute truth with falsehood, divert attention to fake stories, and do all they can to divide alliances. Barefaced lying seems to be the default mode, coupled with ridicule of critics. The Russian state's now well-practiced doctrine of blending media manipulation, social media disinformation, and distortion, along with new and old forms of espionage, and high levels of cyber attacks, military force, and criminal thuggery, is what is meant these days by the term hybrid threats.